such as myself. And the men are going to stand out this weekend in New Orleans, okay? Because not only are you playing at a live tournament, but you're playing for $250,000. You're playing against, and I had to do this, you're playing against Optic Gaming, the New York Yankees of Gears of War currently as we speak. You know, that alone should amplify everybody that's going to be watching this tonight and watching this going into the event this weekend. You guys have to put it all on the line. I don't want to see your tweets. I'm the greatest. My team didn't do so well. You know, next event, I promise I'll make top 8. Shh, just shut it. Just shut your mouth. Don't even go on social media. Word of advice for everybody attend this event this weekend. Stay away from social media. Social media is the devil. Focus on yourself. Focus on your team. Be there for not only yourself, but be there for your teammates. Because this weekend, guys, July 13th, tomorrow is open bracket day, okay? Open bracket day is one of the most stressful things that an esports competitor, I guess in console, will ever go through, okay? Friday is grind day. Saturday is money day. Sunday is money day. You have to compete 3 days in a row. And I say 3 days in a row if you're obviously successful. If you end up getting eliminated early, goodbye, okay? They call me Mr. Sunday because when I competed, I made Sunday. I made Sunday like as if it was my job. And that's what you guys need to do, okay? When you're screaming, when you're at home, when you're having fun, it's fun. But when you go to these tournaments, it's a job. Each and every team you beat, you get closer to that money. Money buys happiness. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Money only buys certain happiness. But you get the point. You guys understand what I'm saying, okay? So just make sure you think about that. If I gave you a little bit something that you can go into the weekend with, I did my job, okay? But back to the seriousness, guys. Tonight I wanted to come back. I haven't done a show in about 2-3 weeks. I've been extremely busy getting married, actually. I just got married about 12 days ago or something like that, whatever it is. And then I also went on my honeymoon for 10 days. I had an awesome time with Gabby. Most of you know Gabby. We went to the Grand Cayman Islands. So I haven't been on my show for about 3 weeks now, and that's really hard for me to say because I love being on the show. I love being entertaining. I love doing it live. I love putting it on YouTube. Yes, I go back and I watch my own YouTubes and I laugh at myself because if you can't laugh at yourself or at your own jokes, you're obviously not that funny. You know what I mean? Come on now, you guys should know better. Hold on, let me drink my espresso that I got from my newly purchased Nespresso from Gabby's older brother. It's like fuel from the gods. So serious business, guys. You guys always see the topic board. You know the routine. Tonight we're going to be talking about first, farewell for now. Jordan JRibs himself is now the Ghost Gaming brand ambassador. So he steps down from the Ghost Gaming squad, whether it was by choice or whether he was told to do so. He is now the brand gaming ambassador. We'll talk about that more coming up. But then we're going to go to TGC, biggest winners or losers. Now, TGC, for everybody that doesn't know, that's the Gosu crew. This team came out of the woodwork. Former teammate of mine, Vital Sam, is currently on that roster. I see a bunch of potential when these guys are playing as a team and they're crossing for each other. But can they be the biggest winners or will they be the biggest losers going into MLG NOLA? Find out about that coming up. Then we're going to be talking about Optic Latin America, formerly known as the Ronin roster, has been picked up by Optic Gaming. Power freaking play by Optic Gaming. Not only do you lock up the #1 North American team, but you lock up the #1 Latin American team in the world. That's pretty impressive. You quite possibly have 2 top 4 teams right there. But I don't want to go too far into it. Will Optic be able to save Gears with this move? Maybe. We'll talk about that more. Then lastly, coming up at the end of the show, we're going to be talking about the MLG NOLA July 13th to 15th event that's coming up this weekend, guys. $250,000 is on the line. My top 8 predictions for the EsportsGears tournament. Now, I've done these predictions before. If I have to pride myself on this. I think I'm usually about 6 for 8 or 7 for 8. I haven't been perfect, but I know I've hit at least 6 to 7, sorry, of the top 8 teams in these past events. So I'm planning to go perfect here. It's very hard to do that, but you guys will hear my breakdown and my predictions for the tournament coming up this weekend. So make sure you stay tuned, stick around. That's going to be the best part of the show. Obviously, that's definitely my favorite part of the show because I could talk my trash, and then I could also bring in positive reinforcements to the teams that I think are going to do really well, and talk about their placements and the new teams that formed and all that other nonsense. You guys get the spiel. I don't want to bore you here to death. So without further ado, we'll go into the first topic of the night. Farewell for now, JRibs. JRibs has now become the gaming brand ambassador, for Ghost Gaming. Now, what interested me about that was I announced that move probably a month and a half ago. I pretty much knew the insider information about that for a long time, for a really, really long time. So my issue with that, and obviously I wish JRibs the best of luck. JRibs has been competing not as long as myself, but he started up a little bit after I did. I'm sure he was in the woodworks at some point while I was playing. So I wish JRibs the best of luck. I know he's an awesome dude. Great move for Ghost Gaming by doing that, to say the least. But I don't necessarily know if I agree with the move. Not on JRibs' part. JRibs is just doing what he's supposed to do. But Ghost Gaming ended up placing first this last event. Okay, first place. Now let me repeat that: first place. Okay, they placed first place with JRibs, and then you go and replace him. Is this a coincidence, or is JRibs just happened to be that scapegoat for the long-term goal, or, which I personally do think this was why it was done, or was God Plays added to the roster to be able to compete with the new powerhouse Optic Gaming with the 2 new additions of Solars and Praised? I think so. I'm not even gonna hold out or foreshadow anything. Yes, this move was made primarily to compete against Optic Gaming, because you have to understand, for people that don't know this already, Ghost Gaming did win first place last event, but they didn't really play that many powerhouses. They didn't play Optic Gaming, okay? So if you don't play Optic Gaming, you can't necessarily say you're the #1 team. You just got a pretty decent bracket. I'm not going to take that away from Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming did their thing, without a doubt. But there is such thing as getting a nice bracket. It's happened to me before in events. I've been blessed. I've also gotten bad brackets where I've had to play powerhouse after powerhouse. I had to play the Insanes, MBN, Retaliation, Infinity, all in one event. Granted, I beat 3 or 4 of them, but still a wild ride to get to where I had to. So I think this move was made primarily for that reason alone. God Plays replacing JRibs to be able to compete against that Optic Gaming squad. Because to be honest with you guys, and I'll put it out there already, Optic Gaming is my #1 pick for this event. I've gone with Optic the last 7 events. Optic Gaming is going to win this event. I know they're coming with fire. They're coming with heat. I don't want to talk too much about that because that coming later on. But JRibs, I don't want to go too far into it. JRibs, I wish you the best of luck. I know you're doing an awesome job already as the brand ambassador for Ghost Gaming. He's been going to every gaming event he can possible. I'm sure he's going to go to TwitchCon, all the PAXs, all the Gears events, all that. You couldn't have asked for a better guy to do the job. So JRibs, I wish you the best of luck. God bless, Godspeed. And now it's time to let little God Plays take your spot. And let's see if he can live up to the name of JRibs at this event. We'll talk about that more. So up next, we'll talk about the Gosu crew. The biggest winners or the biggest losers? Not too sure what's up with that. But let's just say the Gosu crew. Okay, guys, for everybody that doesn't know the Gosu crew, this team is led by Demo Bounce. They were an organization that came into the EsportsGears world, did their thing for a little bit, left, and now they're back. And now they're back and better than ever. And I really have some high hopes for them. I know they've had some great 2Ks. They've also had some not so great 2Ks. And as we all know as competitors, we've all been there. We've all had good times. We've all had bad times. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. But the latest 2K that we had, they got 2-0'd by Echo Fox. Now, they've beaten Echo Fox before. They have. You know, they've beaten a lot of the top teams. But this past 2K, just to have a better example, they got 2-0'd by Echo Fox. Now, was it that Echo Fox is better? Did Echo Fox finally wake up? Did the Gosu crew have a very bad day? Or an off day? Sorry, off day. It's usually the better thing is an off day. I feel like that's probably more than likely what happened. And they just got consumed at that point. But it's really hard to say. It's really hard to break that down, to be honest. They did get 7-4, 7-4. You had Impact 7-4, and you had a 7-4 on Forge Blitz at this past quarterfinals in the 2K Gosu against Echo Fox, like I said. But you still have Gosu crew at the number ranked 6th team in North America. And like I said, they have a hungry squad. And my prediction, and that's why I had this title on for tonight, is these guys 140%, 150% will be your make or break team this event. Only reason why I say that is because you'll have these guys come in hungry and continue to feast on their opponents and break that top 4 this event, mark my word. But if they're not on point and they pull what they pulled against Echo Fox, you will see these guys at the bottom 8 of this event. I'm not going to put them top 12. I'm going to put them in the top 8, but you're going to have them in the bottom of the bracket. So what I have to say about the Gosu crew, I love the organization. I love all the guys on the team. Demo Bounce is kind of, you know, I guess reconsidered our relationship, whatever it is. It still has been kind of weird, but it's gotten better, I think. I would say it definitely got better between us. So I wish all those guys the best of luck. I wish the whole org the best of luck. Those guys have been awesome. Probably one of the biggest orgs that I've communicated with over the past couple months, past weeks, past days. I talk to Hydra all the time. So that's pretty much it for that. The Gosu crew, biggest winners or biggest losers of the event, if you guys missed the topic. So moving on to the next one. Optic Latin America, formerly known as the Ronin roster, the #1 Latin American roster, is currently under Optic Gaming, for everybody that didn't know that. So Optic Gaming, from my perspective, or my personal opinion, is the New York Yankees of esports right now, or EsportsGears right now. So not only did they lock up Praised, not only did they lock up Solars, 2 of the top 5 players in the game currently, they went ahead and locked up the #1 Latin American roster under Optic. I mean, I called this move about a month ago, and it happened. You know, it's crazy. It's a smart move. People were shocked. Oh, wow, that's crazy. No, it's not. You possibly now have 2 top 4 teams in the game, and you also have an Optic Latin American team. So you know what that does for Optic Gaming? That builds their Mexican, and I say Mexican because Mexico is a huge piece of Latin America, 1. And 2, Mexico is a huge piece of where we have tournaments. We have 2 tournaments there this year. And the Mexican scene, or the Mexican community, the crowd, the culture, the pride that they have, especially now in their players, is huge. Optic Gaming made a power freaking play by doing this. Not only do you have the #1 team in North America, like I said, and the #1 team in general, you now have a top 4 team that can have the potential to break top 4, maybe even top 2 if the bracket is set up that way for the 2 Optic teams to meet each other at the end and not prior. That would suck. But with all that hypeness, with all that excitement, is this enough to keep Gears alive? Will Optic Gaming, putting their toes far deep into the EsportsGears back, their little baby toes, will this save Gears? It might. It definitely might, and it probably has. I mean, it has to now. Because every time you have Optic Gaming in the finals of the EsportsGears tournament, our ratings shoot through the roof. Not because of viewership, not because of the mediocre casters and the mediocre hosts and streamers. That definitely not because of that. I'll tell you that. I'll put that out there right now before everybody starts to put in their word. But because of the Optic Gaming following, okay? When you have Optic in the final, especially now with Optic Mexico, forget about it. Imagine an Optic finals, we'll have like 50,000 viewers. And again, it's not because of whatever, it's because of Optic. So I think this move for Optic Gaming is great for the EsportsGears world. Obviously, it shows that Optic Gaming, a big powerhouse right now in the console world, is pretty much investing even further into the EsportsGears world. So I think that's a positive note for everyone that competes, for everyone in the background, for the players themselves. Obviously, it's great that the Latin American team, Ronin, got picked up. They definitely deserved it. They're a very, very fierce roster, a very fierce squad in general. So they definitely deserve it. The fans deserve it. I think Mexico is going to blow up because look at it. Optic Gaming is green. Obviously, their jersey's green, black, white, whatever you call it. And then you have the Mexican flag. It's green. It's about to be green all over Mexico come the next event after this New Orleans event. That's going to be quite the scene to see. And I'm really excited for that move in general. I really think the Latin American roster pickup was awesome. And guys, to clean it up, I meant mediocre, not Blaze or Benson. If you went ahead and looked at my tweet earlier today, I did make a tweet to Benson and Blaze themselves that they are a great talent. Not to say that the other casters are not bad. I'm not saying that they're all bad, but yeah, realistically, they're mediocre. And I know some of them watch the show live and watch it. They know how I feel. I mean, I tell them in person. I'm very blunt. I say what people are thinking. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I'm like that. And it's got me far in life. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty successful. You know, you make some enemies down the road or down the line, being the way I am. But you know what? If it's the truth, it shouldn't hurt. You know? So, no, Blaze and Benson are definitely a great part of our casters currently. I think those two guys are definitely the powerhouse casters that we have in esports, one, and in general. So to clear that up, and they know how I feel. I've told them before, Blaze and Benson. I told them what I think. I think that, you know, the talent is definitely slacking. I don't want to go too far into it, guys, because I'm tired of the whole bashing. I don't want to bash anybody. I wish everybody the best of luck. I hope the event, honestly, this weekend goes awesome. I hope we have record-killing numbers. I hope a lot of the underdogs come up. I've been an underdog my whole career in esports, and it's always awesome coming out of nowhere when you're an underdog. So we'll get over that. I don't want to talk too much about that. But Colin, I agree with Colin. And Selective OG, you're full of yourself. Yeah, I'll have to say, yeah, I am full of myself. But you know what? If I was on that show, you get viewers, Daddy-O. Because I know how to talk. The person that Colin was talking about, he's on the front lines. Hello? I would tear him up. I would consume his soul live. All right, sorry. No more of that. We're being good today. All right, so guys, moving on. MLG, I was going to say Major League Gaming, MLG NOLA July 13th, 15th event, top 8 predictions for EsportsGears. This is the final part. This is the most important part of the show, and this is the excitement that I build that I wanted to go into it. Now, Krios, Belly just rides meat. I didn't say all that. Let's be nice, guys. All right, so top 8. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the top 8. We'll start from the... Wait, actually, before I continue, guys, what would you guys like to see when I go to the top 8? Do you want to start at the top, or do you want to start at the bottom of the top 8? You guys go ahead and tell me what you want. Geosphere, he wanted to go to the next one. He wants to go. People go, bruh. Billy is still rusty, but he might be able to get it together. Yeah, start from the top, guys. Start from the bottom. Number 1, number 2, whatever you guys think. I'll go with the biggest vote, I think. All right, now that I'm done sipping on my drink, we'll start from the bottom, guys. I got the most votes from the bottom. That's actually harder for me, but that's fine. I always like the challenge. So for top 8, I'm going to break it down slowly. I'm going to go 7 and 8, okay? Because 7 and 8, there's no difference, guys. Obviously, if you don't know already, or if you know, I'm just explaining it for the people that don't necessarily know. 7th and 8th are the same placing. I think it's different money, if I'm not mistaken, or the same. It doesn't really matter. The face, talk to me about it. I'll help you out, brother. So 7th and 8th, guys, let me go to my list I have here. So 7th and 8th, I have the Gosu crew. Okay, like I just said, I spoke about him already. I have the Gosu crew and Simplicity at 7th and 8th going into New Orleans. Now, the Gosu crew is led by Demo. You also have Vital Sam on that roster. I think you have Clouts as well. Then Simplicity, for the people that don't know, that's actually Toy Soldier's new roster. That's the one that has DeFazio, that has Soto. So I have those guys 7th and 8th going into the event. I don't have too much more to say about them. Hesitate is very underrated. I do have to agree with that. But that's my 7th, 8th, guys. Not too much to say about them, to be honest. I already talked about the Gosu crew. Again, these are just predictions. These are not set in stone, obviously. We all know how this goes. This is not a personal attack on any team. This is just what I think. So, yeah. Clean that up. Gosu crew, Simplicity, 7th and 8th. Then we go into 5th and 6th. Now it's going to get steamy. So 5th and 6th. 5th and 6th. I have Echo Fox. I have to go with Echo Fox. This is going to be the third 6th to 8th placing they would have in a row. I really hope it doesn't happen. It would really suck. But Echo Fox 5th to 6th, and then E United 5th to 6th. That's what I see for them. I don't think either team sucks. I think Echo Fox, if anything, got a little better because of the fact that they got Icy and they also got M-Powers. But that's what I think. I think M-Powers will play well. It's just hard to say. They weren't looking that, I guess, interesting or that hot at the time. So I definitely have Echo and E United 5th to 6th. Not much to say about E United, the same roster, minus Chirpy. But that's my 5th to 6th. Now, going into the top 4 of the event. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. At 4th, I have Optic Mexico. Optic Mexico at number 4. Now, I say that because Optic Mexico not only got to land with the Optic Gaming roster prior, but 2, they're back now by Optic Gaming, so their confidence is going to be that much better. Again, they also got to scrim and practice against the number 1 North American team, Optic Gaming. So I see Optic Mexico placing 4th this event, possibly even top 3. It just depends on the bracket play, guys. It's always hard to really predict that, to say the least. But I have Optic Mexico at number 4. Okay? Very simple. Third place. We have EU's finest. E United's finest. I'm just kidding. The Europeans' finest, which is the old Fable roster. That's with Krast and Phelpsy. I had them at number 3. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with that, or maybe they will agree with that, but I have the former Fable roster, which is a European team, the number 1 European team, at number 3 this event, right above Optic Mexico. I think that squad has been extremely well. They've done awesome on 2Ks. Obviously, the competition isn't that well, but I still think they're there. A lot of people think they fell off, which there really isn't any indications of that. So I definitely see that Fable team, former Fable team, placing 3rd. Now, 2nd place, we have the 2nd place team. We only have 1st and 2nd now. 2nd place, I have Ghost Gaming. Okay? Ghost Gaming is going to fall down to 2nd place. I still have them top 2, obviously, which isn't a bad thing. You still make money. You still have a good time. You have a blast. But I just don't know if they'll necessarily beat Optic Gaming, and I don't know if anybody will beat Optic Gaming at this event, especially on LAN, which is why I put Ghost Gaming at 2nd. If you bumped out Optic North America, I'd have Ghost Gaming again at winning this event. But I have Ghost Gaming taking 2nd place. These guys have been, grinding since JRibs left the team. They've been playing with God Plays. God Plays, I'll have to say, will be the make or break for this team. Again, not because he's the newest guy, because he's the new 5th on the team, but because that's who God Plays is. I played with him before. I played a good bit with God Plays, like at least 4 to 5 months, if not more, with God Plays. And this kid was a phenomenon, okay? He would put up 30, 40 kills, but then he'd go make some bonehead plays, and we all are there, but not when you're playing for money. So I think if these guys can get God Plays under control and can take the leash off of him and let him do his dirty work and bring him back in when they need to, they'll give Optic Gaming probably the best fight for first place, which is why I want Ghost to play them in finals. And then, of course, to close it out, first place, as usual, I'm calling Optic Gaming North America taking first place. Praised, Solars, 2 good new additions to the team. You have probably 2 of the probably 5 of the top, like, 8 players in the game now on one team. Optic North America, I think they clear house. I think they do work. I think they reclaim that title. I think they put it back out there that they are the best team, that they are the team to reckon with. And I see Optic Gaming North America as your MLG New Orleans champions. That's it. That's all for Gears of War. That is all I have for you guys tonight. Again, I like to keep these episodes shorter. I've had better responses from this. But lastly, before I close it out, obviously, guys, we need to show some respect to Halo. Big Halo event going down this weekend as well. We have Halo and Gears of War all under the same building, same roof, whatever you want to call it, this coming weekend. So let's show some respect and some love for the Halo squad. If you guys are there, make sure you let them know how to do it. I am unfortunately upset that I can't be there because I'm the #1 trash talker when it comes to Gears of War. I don't care what any of you say. I've seen videos, I've seen stuff on Twitter like I talk trash. You're all terrible. You all suck. I am the originator of trash talk when it comes to Gears of War. So try to put on the shows that I put on this weekend. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, and shout out to Spartan. Big shout out to Spartan. He also retweeted and favorited my show for tonight. So big shout out to Spartan. I hope he does well. I hope my man places top 2, maybe even wins the event. Big money for him. He's originally from New Jersey, so I have to show him some love. But like I said, guys, try to put on a show this weekend like as if Daddy was there. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Immortal Spawn AC vlog talking trash to Heza. Yeah, that was awesome. That is true. Yeah, Gio, that is true. But I talked to him. I talked to the Prospect about that. He did get pretty mad. I got him really mad, to be honest. I'm not going to talk about that though, because Shane's a cool guy. He's a little cuckoo, you know. But yeah, I'm the originator of trash talk. I'm sorry. When everybody tries to challenge me, I'm like, nah, stop. You guys are whack. Stop with the trash talk, because I will make any of you lose your mind. I probably wasn't even the best player, but I was the best player only because I got into your cabeza. You know what I mean? But enough of me talking myself up, guys. I do like to boost my ego, but boosting my ego sometimes isn't the best thing, because then my pride gets into the way, and that's not a good thing. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll have this up on YouTube shortly after I close out the stream. Thank you all for watching. For everyone that's already in New Orleans, God bless. Have a safe travel. Have a great weekend. I wish you all the best of luck. Make sure you guys update me. Shoot me some DMs on Gears of War RosterMania or NJ Cubano. I'll try to update you guys throughout the whole weekend as much as I can. So make sure you follow me on NJ Cubano. But yeah, pretty much. The face, that was a long time ago, Gabe. Too funny, it's still relevant. Yeah, I actually had Shane on the show, Charlie, and we kind of talked to each other. Highlight reels of Gears of War all time. Yeah, he was I like to see him do that now. Woo! You know what I mean? You know what I mean, baby? Show straight to the point. Yeah, guys, that's the only reason why I'm doing this. Again, let me get back to the point. I like to make it shorter. It's been about 30 minutes of my show. I've had some great results, guys. I'm going to have it up on YouTube. Do me a favor. Give me a view. Give me a like. I mean, a like and a view. Check it out. Follow me on Twitter at NJCabano for all your Gears of War intel, roster details, your drama, your nonsense, whatever it is. Yeah, pretty much. And DeFace, I agree with you 100%. I honestly don't care anymore. I'm a grown man. I just married Gabby, the love of my life. I have my own house, 2 cars, a dog, no debt. So I'm living life, brother. I'm living large and in charge, no matter what anybody ever says to me. I love you all, each and every one of you, no matter if you wish bad on others. Still love you. Be positive. Have a great weekend. Have a drink on me. And I'll see you guys next week with the MLG New Orleans Gears of War recap. Gio, thank you. She is beautiful. And you are beautiful as well. Hidden God, maybe, eventually. We'll see. Maybe you'll have to find out on next week's episode of Gears of War RosterMania. But have a good night, guys. Love you all.